Hi, welcome to my channel with me, Emily D, and I'm so happy you're here. So today is a Sassy Divas collab video once again, and this time we will be creating winter inspired looks. So when I think of winter, I think of the bright green Christmas trees coming out and decorating them. So I did do one eye off film. So there it is. And I did put some little ornaments coming down and a little tree. So I don't know what else I'm going to do to this tree. So far it has a star and a little glittery stump. So I'm not sure if I'm going to put glitter to the whole tree or just add a little jewels for a little sparkle in there. So let's get into this eye look on this other eye. So the Sassy Diva ladies are Miss Tracy and Chloe Unboxing Beauty and More, Miss Glitzy Gem, Miss Hillbilly's Creativity, there's Jennifer Loves Makeup, and Makeup Mom and Son, and then there is myself. So every collab there's a secret host for a giveaway, so you just have to pay attention and see who the secret host will be or who it was for the last month. And to start with, I'm going to start with this Los Angeles palette by BH Cosmetics, and I'm going to go in with a shade called the Abbey, and that is a white shade down here. And for that color, I am going to be using this AOA Studio E127 brush. So it is very fluffy. And I'm just going to buff that out right under my brow bone. So that is going to come here, just so I'll have a base to blend out all the green. So it'll look very nice and fluent. It'll blend out very nicely with the white shade. Okay, so there it's that one. Laid down already. Then I'm going to go in with the little baby green shade, it looks like. It's a very light green. And I'm going to be using the same brush. And that one is called Dreamer. And it is right beside the Abbey. So that's the shade I'm going to use next. It looks like a very pastel green shade. It is very pretty. So that is going to go right below the white shade. And it's going to get blended out as well. So whenever y'all think of winter, what do y'all think of? The snow? I know last year I thought a lot about snowflakes. So I did a video on that once before. And this year, I'm just inspired by the Christmas tree. I will insert a picture of my Christmas tree this year. I've already put it out. And I think it's beautiful. So y'all let me know what y'all think about it. So there is that shade blended out as well. Very light. So now I'm going to go into this other palette here. And this one is the Michaela Fat 2 palette by Glamlight. So that's what the palette looks like. And I'm going to go into the shade called Soft Center. And that kind of looks like a murky green kind of shade. A little bit faded. So I'm going to use that. Let me get the other brush I'll be using. So this brush is AOA Studio E129. So this one is fluffy as well, but it does have more of a tip to it. So let's go into Soft Center, and that's going to go right below where I had applied that other shade, pretty much right on it. It's a little darker, so it's going to go blend it up with it to create that pretty fade going up. Now, after that color, I'm going to use the same palette here in my hand. And I'm going to go into, it says Workaholic. And Workaholic is a very bright green. It is very pretty. So it is this shade right here. I'm going to go in with that one. And I'm going to be using this brush. This one is an AOA Studio E130. An E130. So it is round and fluffy. It does not have a tip to it. It is more blunt. And that is going to go all over my lid here in the front half and blend it up with that other shade. I need to take off this little screen cover sticker. There we go. Now that'll be better for me to see what I'm doing. So I really was inspired by the Christmas tree. I think I am going to add some jewels or pearls to that little tree on my face. And I really do like the little touch of lights I put in the top. They look so cute. They're all green lights, different kinds of green. So I was very inspired by that, decorating a Christmas tree. All right, so there is that bright green laid down on the front half of my eye. So now I'm going to go in with this other green color, and it's in another palette. It will be in a ColourPop palette. All right, so there's that green laid down. This one is the other green I'll be using. It is in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer ColourPop palette. And that green is called Christmassy Time. It is this very deep green down in the corner. So for that deep green color, I'm going to be using this pure brush, and this one is a P70. So it is round as well, very blunt, no tip to it. There's a little bit of a dome, but not much. And that is going to go in the outer part where I kind of left it blank, and right on top of that other green as well, deepen it up the outer half of my eye. I'm going to blend it going up with the other faded light color shades, so when I look up you can still see it coming up. So let's blend that all together going up. My secret word for this round is going to be Christmas. So y'all let me know what you all like about Christmas. Is it the snacks? Is it the gifts? Is it just spending time with the family? Or is it about the Christmas trees? Like my thing, I really do enjoy decorating the Christmas tree and the house. That's always fun. So there is that deep green shade laid down. Now I'm going to deepen up that outer corner just a little bit more. And I'm going to be using this Fairy Light palette by St. Angel Sinners. And I'm going to go in with this color called Leo. And Leo is a black shade. It is very pigmented. So I'm going to tap that just right in the outer part of my eye, just out here. Just very little, because it really does show up. I just want to deepen up that green just a little bit more out here. But I don't want to take it all away. So there's that already. I'm done with all the base colors. So now for my lower lash line, let me do that with you all, because I'm just going to use one of these greens as well. My lower lash line, I'm going to go in with that other green color I just used. And it is Workaholic. So I'm going to buff out Workaholic and also Christmassy Time from the ColourPop palette. This deep green one as well. So let's get both of those. So here is Workaholic, and that is going to go right under my lash line. Almost all the way. I'm going to put it all the way through and just deepen it up in the outer part of my lower lash line. So now I'm going to go into Christmassy Time. That's going to go in the outer part of the lash line. And close my eye. I'm always scared I'm going to poke myself in the eye. Okay. So there is that. There's the base green laid down. Now I'm going to buff out that lower lash line with this brush. Well, the paddle brush I used was the AOA Studio E131, and that's what I did to buff out my lower lash line. Put the color down there. I don't know if I mentioned this one either, but for the black, this outer tip corner here, I used a Pure brush, and this one is a P80, so it is very tiny. It is kind of oval. And now I'm going to be using the AOA Studio E128. And this one is domed. It has a tip to it, so it is nice to get down there and just buff out the color, so it's not such a stark line in the lower lash line. So now I'm going to go in with some shimmers. And the shimmers I chose to use are in the Saints Angel Centers palette. So the first one I'm going to be using is called Starlight. Starlight is this beautiful lime green shimmer there. So that is going to go right over the top front part of my eye. As you can see on this side, it is very bright, very beautiful. So that is going to come here. And the brush I'm using is a Pure P60. So it is just a paddle brush, flat paddle brush. Let's apply that shimmer here onto the front part of my lid and kind of diffuse it going to the back. Because on the other part of my lid, I'm going to use the deeper shimmer. And that will be in the Glam Light palette, the Michaela. So there is that pretty light green. So now I'm going to go into this other Michaela palette, which is this one. And I'm going to use this shimmer called January 23rd. And it is this deep, beautiful green in the top. So I'm going to use the same brush. And I'm just going to apply that to the back part. Kind of blend it up to with the light color. I'm not trying to go over the black at all. I just want to add some deeper shimmer in there. I'm even going to apply it over the lime green to kind of add a little different dimension to it. And it really doesn't take away anything from that very bright green. I had added extra over here and it didn't seem to fade it down at all. So those shimmers are very pretty in the Saints Angel Centers palettes. They're beautiful. They last as well, so they won't be fading out. Okay, so there is that dark green shimmer added in. Now I'm going to do my inner corner highlight, and I went with this shade called Blossom. That one is here in this palette as well. So it is a very, very light looking green, or a silver tone, I'm not sure. It kind of comes off green on my eye here on the inner corner. So there is that on the inner corner and for my brow bone as well. And I highlight my brow bone with that shade too. Now for the little decoration I put coming down, I'm just going to get a black eyeliner, a liquid liner, and the one I used is the By Me times My Beauty brand. This is just a plain black liner. And I just drew, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little lines. So let's do that here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now they are not perfect, but who's going to be perfect? So there we go. And now I'm going to put little dabs of glue. The glue I use is this lava lash adhesive. It is kind of drying out on me, but I'm still getting use out of it. So let's add some little dots of this, and then I'm going to go in and add the little jewels. And the little jewels are here in these little round things. So I might do that off film because it's going to get a little tedious trying to do that on camera. But let's put these dots of glue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dots of glue. So now it is ready for my jewels to get placed on. So I'm going to go off film and apply the jewels real quick, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I added the jewels and I applied my mascara. So for the tree, I did use this ColourPop Harry Potter liner. That's how I put the green on the tree. And I think I am going to go in with some of these little micro pearls in a minute, just to decorate it a little bit more, add some little ornaments to it, and I'll show you all that in a second whenever I do it. And this is the color Locket. So the tree is the color Locket, and it is green. And for the base of the tree, I did put on this Press to Impress glitter, and I did use the brown glitter down here. So that's what I put on the bottom of the trunk. I don't know if y'all can see it shine or not, but I did put a glitter down there. Now for my eyeliner, I put on this ColourPop eyeliner, and the name has rubbed off, but it is a gel liner by ColourPop. It is color brown. So that's what I put on my waterline. For my mascara, my lower lash, at my top, I put the Il Makiage mascara. And then for the top lashes, I went over that with the e.l.f. Lash Extending Mascara. So that went over the top as well. And then on top of that, I applied an AOA Wisp in the color green. So I applied this to the top and the bottom, and I don't know if you can really tell. I could kind of see it a little bit. I really do like the way it came out. So now I'm going to go and add a couple of these little micro pearls to the tree to add a little sparkle. There's a pretty little gold star there. So I'll be right back to show you all that. So this is the final look, from the eyeshadow to the little tree. I'm sure y'all could tell there's little tiny little specks on it. I just think that's just the cutest thing, and I'm so happy I took the time to do it. So now for my lips, I did apply this deep brown called Brown Sugar, and this is a Kylie Jenner liquid lipstick. I've been trying to finish this off, and over that I went over it with this L'Oreal Paris. This is in the number 170 Luminous Coral, and this is just kind of like a shimmer it added, so it added moisture. And that's my look for the winter theme collab. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you for spending some time with me, and bye.